And so you knew they were going to come for you. You had to know that. Now, to the degree that they're doing so, I get where you're coming from. I get where you're coming from.
And one of the other nuggets that was presented in there, that she said that she was being sexualized, right? She's stressed out. She's being sexualized. Nothing to see here. Please move along. Never mind all the pictures I have put up half naked. And one thing we know is a slam dunk here is you're a hypocrite, or you wouldn't be posting these images online. That's just all there is to it, right?
Fans have been accusing Angel Reese of hypocrisy after she uploaded revealing photographs on social media while claiming to be an objectified person. You may be asking if an athlete can truly have it both ways.
And right now, sports fans and WNBA fans, well, they have went to war because Angel Reese has put out some rather risque sort of pictures of her in a parking garage. And in fact, we're talking about the whole Angel Reese being sexualized thing. This was back in April, folks. That was a headline. That's Bleacher Report. LSU's Angel Reese says she got death threats and was sexualized since a national title win. Okay, so she not only on her podcast, but right here, right in front of us, we're seeing it, right?
Let's do it one step at a time. Reese shared some pictures that made everyone talk. This isn't just a few likes. People are furiously criticizing her for saying one thing while acting in another way.
So obviously, she would do all she could in order to keep the attention off of her, right? Oh, maybe not.
Now that you're probably wondering how awful a few pictures might be ready because these aren't your usual post-game shots. Instead, we're talking about an ensemble that left fans wondering about everything they believe to be true about Angel and the internet going crazy. Reese.
So over at Hater Report on X, this video, and there's a couple of different videos got posted. You see that one right there. She's walking through some parking garage with some, see-through apparel on, as you may see.
Let's establish the scene. Imagine reading through your page, and all of a sudden there's Angel Reese, but she's not wearing her typical basketball attire. Instead, she's wearing an outfit that's more runway than courtside, bold, revealing, and has everyone talking. This is a completely different approach to how athletes portray themselves on social media, not just a new style.
And I find it rather interesting that this person that is claiming she's had all these things done towards her being overly sexualized. Well, what are we doing posting things like this, videos like this? Inquiring minds want to know, because I'm sort of confused.
One fan even asked, "Did you lose a fight with a pair of scissors?" That's the kind of burn you can't ice down. The response was like a buzzer beater in the closing seconds of a championship game, and fans didn't just raise their eyebrows. They raised how comments that came in faster than points on a scoreboard.
So, as you can imagine, this sort of thing got quite the reaction online from fans. Seriously. I mean, it's all over the place. So, honestly, she's not even there to play basketball, only to be posted on social media. And a lot of people are saying that, a lot of people are asking, even since the podcast went up. We know that Angel Reese was the most inefficient WNBA player in the league from inside 5 foot of the basket.
However, this is where things start to get heated. Recall the time Reese talked about being sexualized? Fans definitely did, and they were calling her out for it. One critic said bluntly, "If you're going to cry about your image, maybe don't hand-feed the drama to everyone by wearing something that makes people do a double take for all the wrong reasons."
To keep it real is, we're not exactly seeing a Tom Brady kind of work ethic off the court now, are we? Where is the time? It seems like Angel Reese is caught up in modeling and podcasting and blah, 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 blah.
The distinctions between what we expect from our sports heroes. Are they role models, influencers, or just athletes trying to live their lives? are becoming more hazy than a little break viewed from the nasal bed seats. This is no longer just about some obscene pictures.
There's never been beef. Like, we've talked trash to each other in AAU. Like, that it's been that. So I think it's really just the fans, her fans, the Iowa fans, now the Indiana fans that are like, they ride for her. And I respect that respectfully, but sometimes it's very disrespectful. I think there's a lot of racism when it comes to it.
And it's not only fans who are chiming in. Media experts and sports commentators are now getting involved in the debate and asking the same topic. What's the issue with athlete image these days? It seems like we're playing in a completely different league where the rules are changing more quickly than a crossover dribble. You may be wondering, what? You might have a point if Reese simply wanted to share anything she wanted on her personal social media accounts, but the problem is that when you're a public figure making grave claims, everyone is watching you. Fans are angry because they believe there is a double standard at work, and this controversy is sparking a heated debate within the WNBA. They want to know that when a player speaks out, it's for the right reasons, not for attention or drama, but because there is a real problem that needs to be addressed.
Earlier on, after the season, and when I was in my press conference and I was talking about being sexualized, like, I guess people thought that was like, because I post pictures in my bathing suits. No, like.
To begin with, what does this signify for women's basketball? It draws attention to the difficulties faced by female athletes who deal with pressures of a completely different nature off the court in addition to competing fiercely on it. Every outfit, every picture, every post, their public image is influenced by their choices. The stakes are as high off the court as they are on it, and it seems like they are playing two games at once.
You said you were being sexualized, and now people are calling you out on it when you post things like this on social media. What did you think was going to happen? Honestly.
Believe that clothing selections are where the drama ends. Rethink there is a rivalry. The answer may surprise you. Brewing is about to blow up, and it's not just about who can jump the best. Can you identify which athlete is attracting crowds that make Reese's look like a practice session?
For the first half, maybe even 2/3 of the year, I had Angel over Caitlin for WNBA Rookie of the Year because of Angel's extraordinary double-double streak. And because of Angel's Rodman-esque rebounding, never seen anything quite like it. She has run away with the WNBA rebounding lead, crushed the field in rebounding. Meanwhile, Caitlin, 2/3 of the way through the year, it was clear she was on an all-time record turnover pace.
Enter Caitlin Clark, the emerging star who is winning over fans worldwide in addition to dominating on the court, while Reese is occupied with competing on social media. Let me tell you, Clark is quietly changing women's basketball, and the results are astounding.
WNBA viewership, okay? Game. 7,300 in attendance, okay? The average Angel Reese game is 10,100, 10,200. They come to watch her. You know what the average attendance is when Caitlin Clark plays home or the road?
What?
15,300.
Wow.
Okay? 15,300. Caitlin Clark gets 15,591 fans in attendance, 105% increase compared to the average game is 7645. And to Angel Reese, it's only 10,000 people.
Can you believe? On average, Clark's games draw nearly 15,300 fans, but Reese's attendance is only 10,200. This isn't a negligible difference. It's a game changer, but it goes beyond that. With 16 out of 18 of her games drawing over 1 million people, Clark's influence on women's basketball is growing to unprecedented levels. This kind of popularity draws attention and transforms the sport.
Most points by a point guard in a season in WNBA history. Most double-doubles by a rookie guard in WNBA history. Most points by a rookie in WNBA history. Most assists by a rookie.
Clark's performance is thrilling. With every move she makes on the court, she's not just scoring points. She's putting on a show for the crowd, who are enthralled and aware that they are watching his hist unfold.
Caitlin Clark is a generational talent. Caitlin is going to inspire a whole generation of girls that believe they can be a superstar like her one day. And because of her, the trickle-down effect will occur. The WNBA will generate more revenue, which will lead to higher pay, higher quality coaches, higher quality facilities, equipment, technology, and overall infrastructure to make sure these players satisfy the new demand.
You may be wondering what's causing this Clark craze, and the answer is straightforward. Even though Reese is embroiled in controversy, fans are drawn to her genuine, modest approach to the game. She's not just playing basketball, she's becoming a role model. This is where things start to get really interesting, though, because the more Reese tries to create drama, the more fans seem to rally around Clark. It seems like every controversy she starts adds points to Clark's scoreboard, and fans are growing weary of the personal drama and are craving what Clark has to offer in the form of pure, unadulterated basketball talent.
Although many people don't want to give Angel her credit, there's no doubt that the hero versus villain story is working in the WNBA's favor as well as Caitlin Clark's favor. Like, yes, people want to support Caitlin because she is electrifying and genuinely talented. However, the added animosity, beef, and physicality from Angel is definitely boosting interest as well. It essentially gives Caitlin Clark something to overcome.
Not only is this rivalry altering our perception of these two athletes, but it is also affecting the whole story of women's basketball. As issues drive supporters away, Clark's success is bringing them together. It's evolving from a sport into a conflict over values and public perception.
I saw where she's signing a Nike deal. Now it's 8 figures, so that could be 10 million or 99 million.
Right.
Correct? That's the 8 figures. And she's going to have her own shoe, which to me, I mean, it's genius to be able to sign her up, because think of all of the girls and women out there who loved Caitlin Clark, going to continue to follow her in the WNBA, and they're going to want to have her shoe.
Are curious about how serious this is becoming. The fact that Clark recently signed a $28 million Nike deal for 8 to 10 years is not just a sponsorship. It's a statement of how much faith fans and major brands are investing in Clark's star power. However, the real kicker is that fans are not content to sit back and watch any longer. They're demanding action from the WNBA to fairly promote players and aren't afraid to voice their frustration over what they perceive to be unfair treatment between Clark's accomplishments and Reese's controversy. Where is the WNBA in all of this? Well, they're sitting on a powder keg and the fuse is lit. The future of women's basketball is at stake, and you won't believe what's at stake.
I'm here, like I've said a million times, for the growth of women's basketball. What I'm not here for is the media making this just a complete embarrassment and storm of just negativity and honestly weirdness.
In addition to a rivalry between two players, the WNBA is facing a cultural showdown that is compelling them to address some significant concerns. This challenge has the potential to make or break the league as we know it.
People who do want to hear sports takes, they don't need this circus that you are creating, that you and ESPN are creating. It's absurd. It needs to stop. We need, at this point, for these women to come together. The WNBA is not going to succeed if this is all that it is.
Fans are becoming more vocal and demanding action instead of being passive spectators. They are angry about the controversy and want to concentrate on the game and savor the moment while demanding that players be treated better. Greater openness from the league and responses to difficult questions regarding gender and race. It seems as though the fans are now the coaches making plays that the WNBA never anticipated, or that the controversy will tear it apart. That's the risk the WNBA is currently facing because they're walking a tight RPP, and one mistake could blow everything up.
The women in the WNBA, the old heads, the ones who are petty, the ones who are jealous, the ones who can't get on the new wave, is what is continuing to hold the league back.
What will the WNBA do? They must negotiate this cultural minefield while maintaining the game's emphasis. It's like attempting to run a fast break while dodging landmines. One mistake, and the league will have to make some difficult choices. They must act quickly since time is running out, and the fans are watching. Will they follow the old playbook and hope that everything goes away, or will they call an audible and make some significant changes?
What did you think was going to happen? Honestly. Work on look, Angel Reese has got some basketball skills. She does, obviously. Right? Played D1 level with all these accolades. Get in the gym, apply your craft, work on it. 10,000 repetition rule, all this kind of thing to become better. Her shooting needs a lot of improvement. A lot.
What's next for Angel Reese? The drama isn't just about a few pictures anymore. It's about her entire career. Fans are wondering if she's focused on basketball or just trying to get attention. One fan even said, "You can't keep dressing for attention and then complain when people start objectifying you, ouch." This isn't just Reese's problem. It's appending the entire WNBA. Will she recover, or has she messed up her future? It's not just about Reese. It's about what we expect from our sports stars. Are they athletes, influencers, role models, or rebels?
We're talking about Caitlin Clark before she ever played Angel Reese. There were people calling Caitlin Clark the female Steph Curry before Angel Reese ever did this in Caitlin Clark's face. Yes, that elevated the both of them and that kind of blew up the rivalry, and it was great for women's basketball and great for NCAA. But we were talking about Caitlin as the female Steph Curry way back. That is why she is exciting. That's why people want to watch her. That's why people strive to be like Caitlin Clark.
Tell us what you think this means for women's basketball. Is it altering the rules, or is it simply creating drama? Hey, don't let him miss out on more. A hit sports drama that has a large following but ton.